البحرين هذا عذب فرات وهو الذي مرج البحرين هذا عذب فرات وهذا ملح أجاج وجعل بينهما برزخا وحجرا محجورا وهو الذي خلق من الماء بشرا فجعله نسبا وصهرا وكان ربك قديرا ويعبدون من دون الله ما لا ينفعهم ولا يضرهم وكان الكافر على ربه ظهيرا وما أرسلناك إلا مبشرا ونذيرا قل ما أسألكم عليه من أجر إلا من شاء أن يتخذ إلى ربه سبيلا وتوكل على الحي الذي لا يموت وسبح بحمده وكفى به بذنوب عباده خبيرا الذي خلق السماوات والأرض وما بينهما في 6 أيام الرحمن فاسأل به خبيرا وإذا قيل لهم اسجدوا للرحمن قالوا وما الرحمن أنسجد لما تأمرنا وزادهم نفورا تبارك الذي جعل في السماء بروجا وجعل فيها سراجا وقمرا منيرا وهو الذي جعل الليل والنهار خلفة لمن أراد أن
Hi there, good afternoon and welcome to yet another edition of Multi-Sports, your weekend sports show that looks at the main topics in making the headlines in Gambian sports. And today also, we are going to continue our discussions on the much talked about and much anticipated GFA elective Congress, which is just under 2 weeks from now. And as we know, it has been making the headlines, it has been the hot debate in town, and the headlines in the newspapers, in the radios, and on television. We are here, as we promised in our last edition, that we'll be back here to continue that discussion, continue a build-up to the much anticipated GFA elective Congress. We have plenty to talk about. We'll be looking at the latest development that has occurred during the week surrounding or leading to the elections. We'll also be talking about the candidates, the 2 candidates whose nomination have been approved by the GFA Normalizing Committee. And also we'll be opening the lines so that you out there, viewers out there, could also have their say on what is happening. Give us constructive points as to the way forward for Gambian football. Well, my guest tonight is no one other than Mr. Lamin Cham, veteran sports journalist who knows almost everything that goes around in Gambian sport, especially with the current situation of the Gambian football. Mr. Cham, welcome again.
Thank you very much, MS. Welcome back.
It's great to have you once more.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
Yeah, and happy that you always turn, especially in this busy month of the Ramadan, just a phone call, you're willing to come and, talk to the public about issues pertaining to Gambian sports.
Of course, it's my job.
Well, plenty to talk about, like I said, about the GFA elective Congress, which is now
11 days.
Yeah, 11 days from now.
Yeah.
The GFF. My cameraman is, we still used to the GFF, but it's the GFF, that is Gambia Football Federation. Thank you for reminding me about that. First, let's look at the main topic that has been the hot cake in town, that is the press release that was issued last time around, banning the former executive members and the senior management of the former GFA administration led by C.D. Kinte.
Yes, you are right. It was on Monday, late Monday evening, that the much awaited report from the disciplinary committee that was set up by the normalization committee of the Gambia Football Federation to screen the aspirants of the July 31st elections, the 4 aspirants. Remember, they are the former president Sidi Kinte, Adam Hala Samba, Mustafa Kebe, and the former treasurer and vice president Modu Musa. Now, the GFF had said, of course, they had a criteria, which is all of them will go through, that criteria. That is, they will check the audit exercise that has happened since they came into power through the former administration of the GFA and a management letter that's been written to that effect. And based on that, the disciplinary committee came out with a report which recommended that 15 members of that executive, including 3 or 4 senior staffs, should be banned from taking part in or anything to do with Gambian football for 5 years. And this is what has been done. And the points they base this argument on are 5. 1, they pointed administrative lapses in the administration of the former GFA in that there were no proper minutes of executive and subcommittee meetings. The auditors couldn't find minutes. So they said decisions were made that were important to the life of the association. But no minutes were kept, so nobody knows whether those decisions were actually one man taking decisions or making decisions. So they said that is one lapse. Secondly, and perhaps most controversially, they believe there was a case of misappropriation involving a sum of money, 1,050,000, which they said was given out as loans to 24 members of GFA staff. According to the auditors, these loans were not properly, proper procedure was not followed when they were being given because one, they said there were no collaterals when these loans were given. And also, there was a risk that some members of the staff may not even be able to pay these loans. So they believe this is a case of misappropriation. And they said, ironically, just after those loans, those monies were disbursed, the GFA was so broke that it had to go and borrow 2.5 million from a bank. After giving out loans, you come to borrow 2.5. They said that's ironical, that it's not a proper way of administering finance. So that's the second point. There's a third point which they said was the statutory deductions. That means that is the deductions that happen for social security and income tax. They said these sums were deducted from the staff salaries, but they were never paid to the right authorities, the social security and the income tax department. So they said that is also an abnormal, something that is wrong in terms of finance and management. They said the payroll was also, intolerably large. I mean, year in and year out, the workforce keep increasing, and